Good morning. It's Friday, December 25th. It's Christmas Day. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. But it's a day that I will continue to rant against President Trump. President Trump has once again proved that loyalty in his mind goes one way. You must be loyal to him, to his being, to his doing, to his shenanigans, to his mistreatment of people, to his misunderstanding of the facts, to his lies, to his continued abuse of power. That's what you must be loyal to. And if you step out of line, he will find a way to punish you. So here we have a defense bill that was passed, a bill that provided lots of what was needed for our defense of this country, as well as the well-being of the servicemen. And Trump's loyal Republicans fought hard to get this bill passed. And what did he do? He basically threw all those Republicans under the bus because they did not do the one thing he wanted in that bill. The one thing he wanted in that bill was a punishment, a repealing of something called Section 230, which protected internet companies, tech giants like Facebook and Google and Amazon and Apple. It protected them from lawsuits and liability. Now, Trump loves lawsuits. If he's not suing somebody, he's not a happy man. So because the Congress and the Senate and his Republican allies, many of whom have yet to admit that Biden is the president-elect, these people who have stood by him through his entire 4 years of presidency, he has gone against them by vetoing this bill. So what are they going to do now? They have enough votes to override the veto. Will these misled, loyal Republicans stand up and override his veto? I think they need to do that. I think they need to shake this man to his boots. It's unconscionable that a man who has received so much loyalty, and so much of it has been misguided loyalty, that he could stand up and veto this bill. This bill has passed through the Senate and Congress for 59 straight years without ever being threatened. So take a look at that historical precedent and recognize the fact that Donald Trump has gone off the rails. There is nothing in this bill that would really upset the balance in this country. But the mere fact that it protects companies that have made statements against him, and he views them as his personal enemy, he's vetoing this bill because of the protections afforded these companies by Section 230. In the minds of most senators and congressmen, Section 230 has no bearing on anything related to the military. Therefore, they felt it inappropriate to take any action on 230 in this bill. And then he threatens to veto the stimulus package because he wants $2,000 per person. Since when has he become so generous? Is he trying to fight one last fight to see and to show his people that he deserves all the money he has collected to fight these misleading stories about election fraud? And let's not forget that these Republicans, many of whom probably believed there was no election fraud, kept their mouths shut in loyalty to him. And maybe those Republicans also know that he has ranted before about vetoing something and then let it pass. So maybe this threat on the stimulus package is not real. And one could take the position that I don't need to do anything because he's just ranting. He's not going to do anything. But I'm not so sure that's true. And certainly if the Republicans wake up they can realize, they should realize, that this man has done nothing but use them for 4 years. They have stood behind him to the nth degree, and yet the minute any one of them voiced anything that opposed his positions, they were put on his blacklist. Look at the people that he has gotten rid of. People like Chris Krebs. And then his most loyal supporter, Bill Barr, has resigned. And he's put a knife in the back of Mitch McConnell, a man who is the most evil man in government, and has stood behind him and said nothing. Mitch McConnell had the nerve to finally admit that Joe Biden was the president-elect. So loyalty meant nothing and means nothing to Donald Trump. It's a one-way street. It's a disgrace to the country, a disgrace that the rest of the world watched this man and his actions for 4 years. And now he refuses to sail off into the sunset quietly. He probably still thinks that many Republicans are going to stand behind him on January 6th and fight for the overturn of the vote of the Electoral College. Well, I think he's in for a big shock on January 6th. I think on January 6th, he will have to realize that it's time to start packing. And who knows what will happen when he has to start packing. He will definitely go off the rails. And he's going to run away to hide in a place where they don't even want him. He thinks he can live at Mar-a-Lago, but there are rules against him presiding there. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens to him after January 6th. And I'm sure that he's not going to fade into the background. In any event, that's all I want to say today. I want to wish everybody out there Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, season's greetings, whatever your persuasion is. Enjoy the holidays and stay safe. Wear your masks. Bye.